was predictably violent.
They're a troubling and I would say dangerous problem because they seem to indicate a serious problem among a sector of American youth. And they're mushrooming in a sort of grassroots way, which is troubling to us.
Many skinheads are products of broken homes, school dropouts, and manual laborers. What binds them together is an irrational hatred of blacks and Jews.
Well, when you think about the Jews owning so many businesses that the whites should own, and all they want to do is get money from you, and it makes you mad thinking about that, and thinking about how the blacks, they're all selling drugs to everyone, little kids, and they're carrying out their doing drive-by shootings, shooting people. I mean, lots of people are scared. I'm scared.
They're not just misguided kids. They're a serious problem and have to be taken seriously. They are kids, all right, but they're kids who are capable, as we now know, of murdering people.
And the specter of murder seems to be growing. Listen to this Portland skinhead.
And we used to jump in a friend of mine's van and go on a nigger hunt. And we'd be like 9 or 10 of us in a van with baseball bats and drive around until we saw a black man walking with a white person or a black man who yelled profanity at us after we yelled something at him. Those doors would swing open and we'd just, all 9 of us, tag away with our baseball bats and kick and kick and kick until we thought that person had had enough.
Using the chant, "Nazi boys have got to go," anti-skinhead demonstrations have begun occurring across the country. But these protests came too late for Mulugeta Seraw. The task of telling Seraw's family in Ethiopia about his death fell to Betre Melis. How did Mulugeta's family back in Ethiopia react when they heard the news?
Mulugeta has left home for over 7 years, and for any parent, for that matter, to hear that their son, abroad a country, has been killed and killed brutally, would not only send a shock, it might even, kill them of shock itself. I mean,
break their heart.
It really does. It really does.
And something else was broken after the death of Mulugeta Seraw. The pact between America and one immigrant who looked to her to find liberty and life.
And David, you know this story very well because the skinhead movement started in England about 20 years ago.
Yes, naturally, I prefer to think of England as the home of Shakespeare rather than skinheads, but I'm afraid you're right, although you seem to have discovered a particularly virulent strain.
It seems to be more violence here in America than skinheads in England or in Western Europe, and it may be because of the media strain, but interviewing that little girl, little I say, she was about 4'11", and watching her have no remorse after looking at someone being beaten to death right in front of her was chilling, one of the most chilling interviews I've ever done.